Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking an incredibly profound, deeply philosophical text by an author named Galeno. We're going on a bit of a journey, a structured look into one of the most universal and, let's be honest, difficult human experiences imaginable, suffering. But we're going to look at it through a lens that might completely change how you view your own hardships. So, let's jump right in.
Section 1. Is pain necessary? Exploring the purpose of suffering. So, is pain actually necessary? Are the hardships we endure just some mandatory, inescapable part of our existence? Are we literally just built to suffer? Okay, let's dive into this. The author's answer to that is an absolute, unapologetic no. We were simply not created for pain. It isn't our default state, and it is absolutely not our intended purpose. Right, so if we weren't built for it, why does it happen? Where exactly does it come from?
Moving on to Section 2, the myth of punishment. Pain is not a divine penalty. Galeno argues fiercely against the idea that pain is just slapped on us as some sort of punishment. It's not the result of some sadism from the grand architect of the universe. He actually uses this beautiful analogy. Think about how a father suffers when he sees his own child suffer. The divine doesn't want us in pain. Instead, pain is an alert. It acts as a pathway.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how this whole process logically plays out. If we aren't being punished, how does the pain even start? Well, according to the text, it begins with step 1. We deviate from our purpose through the misuse of our free will. Galeno literally calls this a route accident. And because we veered off course, step 2 kicks in. Pain acts as an alert system. It's kind of like a flashing dashboard light in your car telling you something's wrong. Then, in step 3, our soul actually remembers the past well-being we used to have. And finally, step 4, we use that pain as a pathway to seek our way back to spiritual health. So you see, it's not a penalty we deserved, it's just a course correction.
Section 3. The illusion of possession, understanding grief and loss. The text actually defines mourning in a very specific, deeply profound way. When a cherished family member passes away, our grief is fundamentally tied to memory. We feel the profound loss of the security, the affection, and the solidarity that this absent member provided us. We are essentially grieving the loss of the well-being they brought into our lives.
So the crucial point is, we suffer so deeply because we often mistakenly treat the presence of that person as if we owned them. Galeno calls this, quote, a possession we imagined we had. We view human beings and their comforting presence almost like property. And when that illusion of ownership is broken by death, well, that alert system flashes overwhelmingly.
Section 4. The fight for health, physical pain, and acceptance.
When our own body falls ill, our very first instinct is usually to fight the reality of it, right? Or to view it as incredibly unfair. But the text warns us that not understanding or refusing to accept the whys of an illness actually does us harm. If we don't recognize the illness as an alert, as part of that route accident we talked about, we just end up draining our own vital energy. Failing to accept the reality of the illness actively weakens our fight to regain full health.
Section 5. Energies that heal, the return to well-being.
The author signs off the text with this wonderfully personal note. Writing from Passos, Minas Gerais, dated Saturday, May 23, 2026, Galeno expresses some deep gratitude. He describes experiencing a completely pain-free day. And why? Because the day before was entirely full of hugs. He notes that these embraces carry the absolute best energies imaginable. It's such a beautiful reminder that genuine human connection is the ultimate way back to our intended state of being.
And this brilliantly illustrates that pain is not some gavel coming down from above to crush you. It's a signpost pointing you back home. So I want to leave you with this. Knowing that pain is just an alert and that you are truly meant for well-being, how will you interpret your next obstacle? Are you going to see it as a punishment, or will you use it as a map to find your way back?